Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Thelema Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reisch. Reisch is R-E-I-S-C-H. Relationship first, single second. Oracle cards come out where needed. I'm already getting like a push towards like gratitude. I don't know what that's about. We'll find out. What's going on with that? Magical powers, and the safe travel is here. Let's see where we're going. Let's see where we're going. Now, I do feel Divine Guidance. Divine Guidance fell out while I was shuffling, just since you didn't see that on camera. It did fall out though. Now it's popping up over here again. Things are changing a little bit. A little bit. And I'm getting your partner's off doing something new. There's a change here, and I know it's changing your relationship a little bit, but I don't feel like anything is ending. Is that correct? Alright, that's correct. And because I see another card here that's making me wonder where this is going. But no, I feel like there's a change. Your partner seems to be, I don't know if they're traveling or if they're traveling more. I don't feel you seeing them as much as you usually do. I feel like that's no matter what's going on, even if they're traveling just across town, you're not seeing them as much as you usually do. And I feel like that's the kicker. But with that one, you're still secure with the relationship. Even though you're not seeing them as much, you're still very secure with the relationship. And what I'm getting here for your partners is the Sun card in the challenge position. Even though things are really good right now, and it feels like they're really good, not just taking it for granted. And I'm noticing that's on your partner's side. Because I feel like things are getting more complicated as things go forward. Right now, it's fine. And I feel that they're doing more stuff. They're off doing what they got to do. They see you're confident, you're comfortable, you seem fine. The thing they're not seeing is I feel your challenge card is the Three of Wands, because I feel like you're going to go off and do things on your own while this is happening. I know these aren't the same card, but I feel the same sort of energy here. I feel like you're not spending as much time together, and I feel like your partner's off doing something else. I just feel like they're off doing something else with this card. I know that's like, I know there's something else with that, like being pulled back and forth and all that other good stuff. But I feel like that's what that's saying. And I feel like your card, the challenge card of the Three of Wands, is like when they're off doing stuff, you're going to find things to fill up your time too. Now, when I'm coming into the next section here, I don't know if that was temporary or if your partner is trying to change things, because I feel like originally when you're not seeing them that much, it's okay, like you're both kind of handling it, you both seem to be fine. I'm getting they're starting to miss you. They seem to be missing you and they want to turn things around. See, and I'm getting here, this comes in all at once for you. I feel like you've filled up your time. Since they're not going to be around, you found something else to take up your time, something else to do. And I'm getting the King of Swords with the Aphrodite love spell, and then the Three of Swords here is what's making things better. I feel like you're kind of bummed out because... And I don't feel like... I know that's the Three of Swords, but I don't feel like you're completely crushed, but I feel like you're bummed out. I feel like it's more... I don't know if that sounds a little hokey for that card, because that's usually more serious than that. But I feel, especially since they're saying it's what makes things better, you have other things you're involved in. I'm getting the heartbroken here is because now you're stuck in a spot where you have to choose, keep doing what you found to take up your time, or drop that and go and find a way to get more time with your partner. But I feel like you've kind of made obligations here. I feel like that's the heartbroken thing. You've made some obligations here and you can't just walk away. But you wouldn't have done this if you knew this was going to turn around as quickly as it did. I feel like that's the true source. Maybe it is more heartbroken than I'm giving it credit for. Because I feel like you with the King of Swords, you're holding up to what you've agreed to. You're holding to a contract is what I'm getting. Even if it's a verbal contract, I feel you're holding to it. But it's painful because the Three of Swords is there because the Aphrodite's love spell, you'd love to spend more time with your partner. That'd be better for you. But the way things are going forward here, it's just not seeming like that's actually the option at the moment. Now, when this comes back around, your partner has the Eight of Swords. They're feeling like they're stuck. I mean, this is a trap card. They're not as stuck as they think they are, but they're feeling kind of like trapped. Like, now that things have changed a little bit for you, they want more time with you, but now that's not possible. And I feel like they're not really happy about it either. Which, I feel like this is a very interesting thing. They go off to do something, you're okay with it, you're very secure in the relationship, so you go off and do something to make up your time. So they come back, and they see that you're busy doing that, and you don't have time for them, they're kind of, they're feeling like there's nothing they can do about that. I feel like what's actually going to happen after that is they're again going to go off and do something else. I see what makes things better is the Death with the King of Cups. That makes things better for them, though. I feel like the Death is saying there's a change here. There's a change in how this relationship has been going. I don't feel like it's the end of their relationship at all. I do feel, though, like this is bringing in a new era. Like they go off and do stuff, so you go off and do stuff. They come back and decide that's not what they really want. They'd rather hang out with you, but you're holding to obligations. So they go find something else to keep themselves occupied. I feel like this is what's bringing in this new era. And I feel like they're becoming more self-sufficient. I feel like the King of Cups here with the Death card, especially when it's clicking in with Divine Guidance, I feel like they're coming into some more of their own power. Your partner seems to be becoming more empowered here, and it's time for them to do that. I feel like the way this is playing out, it's kind of getting them to search out a new direction, search out something else in their life to empower themselves. Because I feel like before they actually take that next leap into something else that they're really going to get very heavily involved with, it's taking them a minute to really think about what they want to do, but they're feeling like this Eight of Swords actually is serving them in the sense of like they're feeling like they have to find something else to take up their time. They're taking a moment to really think it over, and I feel like there's something from the past that they're healing. Because healing, usually there's damage from the past. They're going towards something, and I feel like it may not be so much like finding another vocation or job. It may be healing family issues. It may be taking care of something that while you're busy and you can't really hang out with them right now because you made other obligations, I feel like they're evolving in something else. I don't really feel it's business-wise, especially with the King of Cups. I feel like they're healing family issues. It could be friendships or something else along those lines. I'll give you that. But they're healing something. And I get that's the Death with the King of Cups. They're thinking about it. And the healing is coming in with this. They're going to actually heal some relationships. I don't feel like they're getting involved with things that are going to take up their time and they can't turn around if you end up having more time to spend with them. I feel like what they're doing is they're finding things to take up their time, but with people that maybe the relationships aren't as good as they should be or could be or where they would like them to be at this point. That's the Divine Guidance. This is actually playing off very well. Because I see the Hierophant in their spiritual sense, they're just going back healing old relationships. Relationships that are going to stay in their life or the relationships that they'd like to be in their life a little bit stronger. The Hierophant makes me feel like they're holding to tradition. They're holding to something that they feel they always want in their life. That's been in their life. It's still currently there, but not as strong as it should be. And they want to continue in the future, so they're healing these relationships. With you, the only two cards I have left here are their spiritual one and where you're standing. You got the Knight of Wands, no, the Knight of Swords here. You're charging through fearlessly. I get that, and I get the Page of Pentacles. When it comes to this relationship, especially, you're very grounded here. It just has a life of its own. You maintain it, like you're maintaining it, but you have like a certain regimen. You just seem to do what needs to be done as it needs to be done. I feel like you are off doing what you need to do. You're actually talking to your partner when you need to. You're doing what you need to do. You're holding to these obligations, which I feel like you're bummed out because you can't spend more time with your partner. But I'm getting, this is very good for your partner because they're healing problem relationships is what I'm getting. They can't spend time with you, but they want to spend time with somebody they like to. They're healing relationships. I feel like this is working out. You going forward with the Knight of Swords is, I feel like you're communicating, you're involved with this stuff, but not as closely as your partner at the moment, but you're definitely keeping an earshot. You know what's happening, and you're keeping involved with what you've decided you needed to do, that you're holding up to your obligations. So I feel like this is actually working out really good. It seems like this is more about your partner than you, I gotta be honest. I don't think that's bad, though. I just feel like if you see this playing out and this actually benefiting them, I don't feel like you're distraught as much as you were. You would definitely like to be around them more is what I'm getting. But the fact that you're holding up to your obligations is actually paying off well for your partner. They're healing something that I don't feel like they'd be taking the time to do if you were there and they could hang out with you instead. All right, I feel like this is working out. Are we good? All right, that's Leo relationships. Let's do single Leos. What do we have for single Leos? Messages for single Leos. Empowering messages for single Leos that show them the truth about what's going on around them, help them see what's going on so they can make a decision whether they want to be a part of this or not. Two of Pentacles shows up. I think it's funny that I said wants to be a part of this or not, and I see the Two of Pentacles show up in the future. It's like, gonna have to make that decision, gonna have to balance it out. Which one do you want? Do you want this one or do you want that one? And another decision card pops out. Okay. I really feel like that's where this is heading, like you making a decision if you want to be a part of this or not. When this comes in, you're in the process of something. I feel like you got the Ace of Cups at the bottom. The love is there. The passion is there. It's going between the two of you, and that seems to be fine. I feel like you're definitely in the dating phase. Somebody already has your attention. I just feel like you got the Ace of Wands in the past. So something already kind of clicked in the past. Something already, like, it makes you feel good, like things are headed in a good direction. This is definitely not exclusive at this point. But you know who you want to be with. You're moving towards that person. There's mutual attraction. Moving towards that person. The spark has already been there. The spark has been there for a while is what I'm getting. The spark has been there for a while. What you've been doing with it is something else, but the spark has been there. The interest is there. You know who you're interested in. If this reading is going to hit, you definitely know who you're interested in. And I get the Tower here with the Queen of Cups in the center. I feel like something is coming forward as a shock. The spark has been there, and I can get a lot of different ways where that spark is going. I don't feel like it, I feel like the spark was there almost like someone holding a torch. Like somebody holding a torch for somebody, but it's not igniting anything yet. But the torch is there. The fire is there. It's just, in the past it's there, but it's not igniting anything. As you come into the center to the now the torch has lit that tower on fire, and you're shocked because it's burning that tower down. But it's going to leave like a structure behind that you can rebuild from, but I'm getting like you're not expecting this to actually go forward for some reason. That's what I'm getting. You're not expecting this to go forward, but I feel like there's also some damage here because I feel like the other person is going through this Tower card, and it's you're seeing the effects of it, it's opening a door for you now that this person is going through the Tower card. This person you like is going through the Tower card. And that leaves openings for you, and you know how you feel, and you're seeing that you have a chance to be with this person. And the Ace of Cups is at the bottom. The thing is, that history is playing a heavy hand here. A heavy influence, heavy hand, heavy influence. There's a heavy hand, heavy influence from the past here. I'm getting, like, whatever has burned down on this other person, whatever has been destroyed, and it's leaving an opportunity for you, that's not something to just scoff at. You're realizing that's going to be quite the challenge. Is that something you really want to be involved with? That's the question. Your opportunity is here now. Tower fell, whatever that tower is, it's leaving an opportunity open for you. You're seeing that you have a chance to get in with this person if you would like to. And I'm getting you're coming forward with the Two of Pentacles and the best possible decision. I really feel like whether you get involved or you don't get involved, the best possible decision is saying you're really thinking about this. If you're going to get involved with this, you know what you're getting involved with. You're asking questions. You're seeing what this situation is really made of. If you decide to go forward, you know full well what you're getting into. If you decide to move on, then that's the best. If you want to move on, you should move on. Like, whatever you're deciding, I don't feel like you're going to get involved just haphazardly. You're going to see what this is about. You're going to get some questions answered. If you get involved, you know you want to be involved. On the other hand, the other side of the coin here, if you walk away, then you should walk away. Because if you're not fully into it, definitely, that's the right move for you. I know that's 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other, but that's really how that feels. Because I feel like whatever happens with that moment, you're still going to be okay with this person. They're going to have to sort out their own problems either way. It's just if you're going to be a part of that or not. Because I'm getting right when the tower, after the tower falls, they're in like this no man's land. What do you call that? It's not oblivion. That's not what I want to say. Limbo. They're like in a limbo. But they're going to come out of this and they're going to fix things. They're going to reconstitute, do what they have to do. They are going to succeed. This person is going to succeed in fixing their life. Some things fell down on them. I get like it feels like there's things they have to iron out. There's things they're going to have to take care of. They will succeed at that. That's what they're saying. I feel like this is more saying like it's not dependent on you whether they succeed or not. It has nothing to do with it. You need to know if you want to be a part of it because it's definitely something you're going to have to deal with. They're going to succeed with or without you. That's fine. Is this something you want to be a part of? Because I feel like I don't feel any hard feelings. This person is not holding it against you if you want to walk away. This person is very thankful if you want to get involved. You don't get involved halfway. If you're getting involved, you're getting involved. If you're walking away, you're walking away. I don't see a halfway anything here. And this person doesn't blame you. If you walk away, they don't hold it against you at all. Not at all. It's not your problem. It's not your they're not your monkeys. It's not your circus. Is that how that saying goes? I like that saying. It's not your fault. You shouldn't be having to pick it up. They have no animosity. You're still... The Three of Cups tells me you're getting along with this person quite well. No problems. And the Isis inspiration is like, however this works out, it's best for you. You just got to decide. And I feel like you're going to get questions answered. You're going to ask a few questions. If you're going to know. There's not going to be a two-way about it. If you want to get involved, you're going to know, and you will get right involved. You won't even hesitate is what I'm getting. You'll have some questions. Once you get those questions answered, you're going to know where you stand. You're going to go forward. If you want to go forward, you'll know. If there's any hesitation, I'm getting you're out. If you're not really sure, then you're going to move on. I don't feel a halfway thing here. If you're not really sure, you might kind of linger for a moment, but you're still going to move on, I get. And I feel like that's their natural energy. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying your energy will naturally pull you away. Because if you're dowdy about it, you'll just go a different direction, and before you know it, you'll have moved on from it. I feel like the big piece of this is to know that this person is not going to hold it against you one way or the other. And if you're just kind of like, well, for now, I'm just going to back off and walk away, that's okay. That is okay. Good? Done. I feel like we're done there. All right. I didn't talk about two cards. Are we really done? I feel like we're done, but I'll mention these cards. I still feel like we're done. Judgment in your favor. Like, whatever way it goes, it's going to go judgment in your favor. That's where you're standing. And this person is very strong. And I feel like you see a lot of positive investment with that person. I don't even feel like you'd be considering this whole situation if you didn't. But it's just saying your thoughts are like, there's a lot here, there's a lot invested, there's a lot to go forward. If you get involved, there's going to be a lot that's going to go on with this. I don't feel like these cards are very heavy in this situation, because judgment does end up in your favor either way. It's where you're going to end up standing. And I see here, and we already actually talked about that, and you're feeling there's a lot of value with this person. I don't feel like you'd be bothering if you didn't. So it's kind of like moot point. Like, I feel like that's a no-brainer on that one. I just realized I didn't say those cards, so I just throw them out there for the fun of it. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.